Okay. So LEED is actually a certification. It's like leadership in energy and environmental design. So it's actually from United States of America. So they have the sustainability standard, which is called LEED. So similar standards is available in different countries. Like similar LEED certification is called BREEAM for UK, and in UAE, Abu Dhabi have STDAM. So it's a rating for sustainability. So sustainability, that word we will discuss in coming slides. So those buildings, if they get this certifications, it's called green building. So those buildings have all this rating. They have gold rating, silver rating, platinum rating. Some like now the Burj Khalifa got platinum rating for the operation and maintenance lately. And this Cleveland Clinic in Abu Dhabi is a green building which I worked for that. So we'll go through that. So actually, this standards belongs to United States of America, but there are other 12 countries are following these standards, including UAE. So those people like professionals get this certification are authorized to do this audits. So LEEDs audits. So there are two types of certification. One is LEED Green Associate, LEED GA. So LEED GA is a basic certification which doesn't require any experience. So this will have a basic awareness of the LEED standards. But those who want for a like expert level, you can go for LEED AP. So what's your plan? Like you are only for LEED GA or full LEED?
No, LEED GA.
No. So LEED GA will consist only 18 hours of class year. So the first 3 days will be for LEED GA. So LEED after LEED GA, if you want to come across the LEED AP is the accredited profession. There's also different type of specialties there. Those who are in like civil engineers, you can go for building design and construction, which says the LEED AP, BD plus C. Those here in the maintenance like me. Operation and maintenance is called LEED AP O plus M. Then interior design is the LEED AP ID. That for neighborhood design, community design is called ND. Is there different difference? If you Google it, you can say LEED AP, ND plus C, like that. Different speciality accredited professionals are there. So for entering to that exam, you need to pass first LEED GA. So there are students, they will prepare both and then in one shot they will do both exams. So that's also available, like a combined exam with around 4 hours. The first LEED GA exam itself 2 hours. Then some students, they will plan for both in one shot, like 2 hours plus 2 hours. So the first will be for LEED GA and then they will go for LEED AP as a combined exam. So combined means not a single exam. After immediately they can go for that exam. So there are 180 to 200 questions will be there in that exam. So around 72 hours it will take to get the result. Then they will go for the next exam. That is the procedure. And there are around 9 domains in this LEED this course. So this is some basic things. We will discuss everything in detail in the coming slides. So this here you can see the different certification for building. This is not for student. This is certification. Like when the LEED auditors will assess the building, say like a rating for the building, right? So when it goes around 40 to 49 points, they will get the LEED certification. That's a basic certification. So if it is above 50 and below 60, it will be silver certificate. Then above 50, above 62, below 80, it will be gold certificate. And this is the highest certificate is platinum. So I think Burj Khalifa got this certificate for the operation and maintenance recently, 2024, I guess. So that's about the LEED certification. These are the some of the benefits when you achieve this LEED certification. So like those people are, those students or those professionals certified in this LEED will have the skills in doing this sustainable building practices, energy efficiency, how to conserve the water, waste reduction, green building design, environmental impact, then how to use the renewable energy, developing the sustainable site, innovation, sustainable design, all these things, they have skills. Yes, Hafiz.
Yeah, regarding this numbering, as you mentioned in the previous slide, uh, if if you can go back in the previous slide, the logos, silver, platinum, gold. So you
Yeah.
will provide the details on these also in further slides, or and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
will
yeah.
get these also for the
Yeah,
study.
we will surely. This is just a introduction only. See, actually, this certification not for students, it's for building. There are two
Mhm.
things. One is for the professional certification, which is called LEED GA and LEED AP. Okay.
All
So
right.
this points is for the buildings. When you are auditing a building based on the LEED standards, there are points for rating the building.
Okay.
So based
Thank
on
you.
the rating, you are providing their points for each checklist. Understand?
Yes, yes, I
So
got your point.
based on that, we are providing that rating like silver, gold, platinum for that building. So when they achieve that rating, we will call that building as gold rated uh, LEED certified building.
Correct.
Clear?
Thank you. Clear. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it's
See, if you go to this website, MOEI, okay. So this website is for green building regulation for the UAE. So I will show that standards. 1 minute. Can you see this?
yes, I
National
can
Green
see.
Building Regulation. So this is applicable for the full UAE. So it's under Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure. It's an MOEI. Okay. So they have the standards. The latest version is 2021. In that, it's mentioned how to rate. See, everything is mentioned as per the LEED. So this is actually copied from LEED only, but this is a local regulation. LEED is like an international regulations globally. This and is not very particular certification of LEED only. Only LEED only. They don't have any. But you can refer this because sometimes no, if you know of the local regulations, because LEED is designed based on US standards. So their environment, climate, everything is different, right? So here it's a hot climate. So there are standards which is more compliance with the UAE weather and like for example, here heat is more, US is more like winter. So how to insulate the heat, how the building should be like you have in the design stage, there is how to design the building with proper heat insulation, how to reflect the sunlight. Like nowadays, for example, like when you are designing the building's color, use light colors to reflect the lights, right? You go to in this Makkah and all now they put white marbles. Why? Because if the in reflection level is high, so that the sunlight will reflect more. So it will reduce the, it's called heat island. So those areas making building with the dark colors and the roads, roads are dark colors. So whenever the roads are building that area, the heat will be more because the road have that black color. Black color will absorb more heat. So that will create more heat in that city. So then that city will be called heat island, right? So then you are building so much buildings, so the natural wind cannot flow through the buildings. So the building should have a proper gap to flow there. Otherwise, what will happen? Like you can feel in the Sundays, people will switch on their ACs. the heat will be spread in the buildings. There will be no airflow if the buildings doesn't have space. So the heat will circulate there. So that area will create more heat, right? So these things should be considered when we are designing buildings. So all these things are available here, but this most 90% belong to the lead only. No, I think we were in middle of introduction. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. That's right. So, please.
My name is Bella. I'm from Iran.
Okay.
I, I'm still in university. I'm studying interior design.
You're still a student. Great. So you are a good vision to study this thing now, sir.
I actually wanted to get more information even before graduating. So I'm planning also not only GA, I'm going for the AP
Great.
for the interior design and construction.
So you are mostly so what course you are doing what course in the college, university?
Interior design.
Interior design.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we actually take also from other, and for example, we also take architects, we also take what civils work.
Mhm.
So we probably take from
Great.
around.
That's great. Welcome, Dana, for the class. Yeah. So mm, you are
My name is Megan.
okay. Merlin,
Megan.
Megan. Okay. Okay, Megan.
French abilities. The past 3 years I've been looking for management thing. So if you're not familiar with management thing, it operates brands like French Ford, Lux Cinemas,
Mhm.
with shopping malls such as one of the Emirates, City Center.
Mhm.
At management then I was responsible for sustainability reporting. And so I've reported on many of the lead buildings of the company. So for instance, NAV has the first platinum hotel portfolio in the world.
Mhm.
Also has the first cinemas that are LEED certified. And many of the shopping malls such as one of the Emirates are LEED platinum.
Mhm.
But I was not conducting the certifications myself, and so I wanted to take this course to get familiar with
Great. So you are planning for AP or G? Great. So this is mostly real estate, right?
So yes, one of the two main areas of MAP are retail and real estate.
Retail real estate. Okay, welcome all. It's very good that like yes, you are like students time itself planning to learn this because this is actually good for the career. Nowadays, as she said, no, this everywhere this in the even in the designing stage itself, the buildings are planned to make more sustainable. How the materials when you are selecting the materials in the building, like even this glasses, the paint, right? All these things, they are thinking in a way it's more sustainable if something is locally available, so that the transportation cost you can save. Not only that, when we are ordering this from other country, it will take a lot of fuel cost. But fuel is like no carbon footprint country. So we need to think like that. So even in China and they are thinking in that way, like everything they are producing locally, right? So they have that big vision. So I example like in Singapore and all, they are building artificial islands. So these islands, how they are building the daily waste in the city, they will they will recycle into uh, this what is called this power blocks, and that gases they will filter and they will exhaust the pure air to the atmosphere, and that power blocks which are produced from the waste material, they will use this for hard landscaping in that island, so they are more sustainable and recycling that waste, using it for some purpose. So we'll come back to the slide. So what you understood about the green building? You have any idea about green building? Just let me know. Yes, Hafiz.
Yes, green building is like how much sustainable building it is, like how much it is energy efficient, how much it is reducing the carbon dioxide, and are the materials are more sustainable. The color is not getting the much heat. It's like that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's how much it's sustainable in the not only in the operation, but I am considering even in the starting, the design stage itself. Like when we are planning to construct a building, that time itself in the design stage itself, you can select uh, whether these materials which we are using for construction should be a sustainable material. For example, like you can use those recycled material, right? Instead of new construction material, or the paints are not harmful to the environment, right? So this type of selections in the design itself, we can say the building was designed based on the sustainable practices. So or constructed based on the sustainable practices. Then after that, when you are operating that building, the operation and maintenance, you are practicing the sustainable way, like the operating the building using some renewable energy, like solar energy, or like wind turbines or something like that, or this recycled like biogas energy, biomass energy, lot of things are there. So, and also the buildings running, like transportation, the recycling of water, like some buildings you can see, they will recycle the drainage water for the lawns and trees. So that will reduce the fresh water usage. So there are different ways that we will learn in the coming slides. So these are some example of green building. So when the building have that type of practices, you can apply even in the operation maintenance stage for rating the building and get this green building certificate. So when they apply for LEED, the auditor will come, like LEED AP for O&M will come and check the rating based on the practices. So they will give each standards points with that. So these points, based on the points, they will sum up the total points. Then they will check whether the points are above 50. They will give silver rating, gold rating, based on that. So in like that way, each building in the different stage, they can get this certificate. Some buildings in the design itself, they will get the building was designed in as per green building rating. Some building is constructed based on the green building rating. So there is a process called in the design stage itself. The auditor will come and audit. They will submit this, propose this rating to the consultant. Then consultant can appeal for this, whether they must need more points. So the auditor, they will be meeting with them. Then they will accept that points. Maybe they are planning for getting, as you said, platinum rating. So for platinum rating, how much things should be revised? So based on that, they will accept that. So based on that, they will change the design. So maybe their plan is to get the platinum rating. So what are the checklist we need to update? So based on that, they will update and they will plan for that rating. Yes, Hafiz.
Yeah, actually, I have a question. Once we will get this certificate, what are we afterwards? Like, are we the uh, consultant, or we will work as a auditor?
So if you are go for a green associate, you will get only a basic idea of this. Mostly for auditing and all, you should be like a lead AP. It's like authorized professional for leads audits. So as I said, no, there are different specialty. So we will discuss in the coming topics. So based on that speciality, you may go for the auditor, like you will be like a certified auditor for that type of LEED building certification audits.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So next term is sustainability. So what is sustainability? You have any idea what sustainability? Yeah, but I want from you should be interactive more like. So you see this photo, what you understand from this photo? So this person is saying, sure, glad the hall is in at our end. What thought you have?
There is this water is now their side only, will not affect them. But the actual scenario is that after that side, this water is going to all the area, and the board will.
What it interprets?
Doesn't matter if your side works well, there's another aspect that is not functioning properly, the whole system is mentioned.
Exactly. So people are like nowadays selfish. Their thing is not my problem. Like you may your future, your children will suffer, right? So like now you are throwing this waste there. You think it's none of my business. It's not my property. Tomorrow it will backbite you, actually. Right? So this here, the picture says that the other two person is thinking I am safe. The other people are struggling to get the water out. Because of that, that people are staying. So, but that two people are like thinking selfishly that it's not my side. Why I need to bother, right? So this is happening in our environment. Like people are not bothering, even they're using it's unethically. They are consuming the natural resources, right? So you are today, I have plenty of water in some countries. We are bathing, using without any proper ethics. So tomorrow this can finish, right? So like here we are using, there is no fresh water in Dubai, right? How we are using. In olden days, they don't have this desalination technology. So my 50 years back, my uncle was saying like they have these borewells here, borewells. In the deserts, they will dig the borewells to get the fresh water. But the fresh water is a lot of minerals and this hardness were there. So in this, they found this technology to the sea taking seawater and desalinate it, removing the salt water. So all these things are not natural actually. They are finding some way to convert that. So why I'm saying like people will cut the trees and use for their wood for their buildings and all these things, right? So when we are consuming that thing, we should always think about sustainability. Tomorrow, what will happen for the future? Like nowadays, these climates were changing. Why? It's because some area more rain are coming, some area more heat. Every year, I think 2 degree additionally coming in every year, in especially in UAE, you see the heat outside. So it's like global warming, right? It's happening. So mostly this is because of the issues related to this unbalanced consumption of natural resources. And the people are using the what is say unbalanced way of consuming the natural resources. Like here, how many millions of cars every people are using. So now they have vision for this mass transportation like Dubai Metro and you see example I can see here like you are coming. This office is just near to the Burj Khalifa metro station, right? So if you want to use the uh, public transport, it is easy. So this building is like a sustainable building. So the transportation wise, if you consider the students can use the metro, come directly, that bridge is there, right? We can reach here without using your private car, right? So it's more sustainable for the environment, right? So that's the thinking. So we need to think in that way. So when the Sheikh Mohammed start this vision for sustainability, this Dubai Metro and all, so people were thinking different way. Why everybody have Land Cruiser and car? Why this will be a failure in Dubai that time? No. But see now how it's successful and they are expanding that networks to pink, purple or some other networks they are planning, and now they are planning for shift to this airport from Garhood to Dubai South. So they have planned to park this Etihad rail to that area. And what will happen, that will connect to Abu Dhabi, then from there go to Saudi rail. So in future, those people want to travel to Saudi, it will be easy. So these are the vision how to get more sustainable in future. So we were on this slide about sustainability, right? So we'll take 15 minutes break.